Good morning. It's Saturday. Let the weekend begin. As I mentioned to you yesterday, I want to devote this time to honor our mothers. Living or not, they have struggled, worked, cried, and prayed for us to make us the people that we are today. And so this weekend especially, we want to celebrate them. Reminds me of a story. A young man went to apply for a management position in a big company. He passed the first interview, but the second interview was going to be conducted by the president and CEO himself. As the senior executive was poring over the young man's application and resume, he saw that the young man's academic achievements were amazingly good, all the way from junior college all the way through postgraduate research. Never a single semester did he fail to make exceptionally high grades. The director asked, "Young man, did you receive any scholarships to pay for your school?" The candidate nervously answered, "No, sir, not a one." The director said, "So may I assume that your father paid your entire school fees?" The young man answered, "Sir, my father passed away when I was 1 year old. It was my mother who paid for my school." The director asked, "Where did your mother work?" The young man said, "My mother worked at a dry cleaner, washing people's clothes." Then the director did something very unusual. He asked the young man to show him his hands. The young man showed a pair of hands that were smooth and perfect. The director said, "Have you ever helped your mother to wash clothes?" The young man answered, "No, never. My mother always wanted me to study and read more books. Besides, my mother can wash clothes so much faster than me." The director said, "Young man, I'm interested in hiring you, but first you must do something. When you go home today, I want you to go and clean your mother's hands. And then come back and see me tomorrow morning." Bewildered, the young man left the interview, although he was excited that he may get the job. When he got back home, he asked his mother to let him clean her hands. His mother felt strange about such a request, but with mixed feelings, she showed her hands to her son. The young man took his mother's hands in his and began to wash them slowly. His tears began to fall. As he gently rubbed his mother's hands, it was the first time he had ever noticed how wrinkled and how calloused they had become. They had several bruises on them, and some of them were so painful that his mother winced when he rubbed them. This was the first time that the young man realized it was this pair of hands that washed clothes every single day that allowed him to be able to go to school. The bruises on his mother's hands were the price that she had to pay for his graduation, his academic excellence, and his future. That night, mother and son talked for a very long time. The next morning, the young man went to the CEO's office. The director noticed that the young man's eyes were swollen, and it had appeared that he had been crying. The older man asked, "What did you learn yesterday at your house?" The young man said, "Well, first of all, I gained a new understanding of what love means. Without my mother, I wouldn't be where I am today. And secondly, I understand that love must sometimes pay a great price. The sacrifice that my mother made for me cost her so much. Her freedom, her hard work, her long hours. And third, for probably the first time in my life, I've come to appreciate the importance and the value of a mother's love." The director smiled and said, "This is exactly what I hoped you would learn. Young man, you are not here by chance. There are many people who have shaped every single day of your life so that you might be here right now. You understand that the person I hire must not only appreciate the help of others, but he must be someone who also knows of the suffering of others. It's got to be a person who gets things done but never forgets the value and the importance of humility and putting the needs of others ahead of themselves. The executive leaned back in his chair and said, "I believe I have found such a person. Welcome to our company." My friends, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and I hope that you can take a few minutes to thank your mom, either in person if she's still here, or in prayer if she has gone. Remember that without her sacrifice and her love, you wouldn't be where you are today. I pray that each of you have a blessed day. Every morning, look to this Facebook page for encouraging videos that will help to lift your spirits. And as always, I encourage you to leave a comment. Feel free to share this video with your friends. Thank you, and God bless you as you go through your day today.